So Rabbi Shimon is telling us here, get yourself out of danger. Because if you don't say Divrei Torah, you have yourself a serious problem. So Chazal says, okay, what kind of Divrei Torah can you do? So first thing first, say Birkat HaMazon. Connect with the other people that ate with you. Do the Zimun. Because if you don't say the Birkat HaMazon, some say the Birkat HaMazon is considered Divrei Torah. Rashi says the opposite. Rashi says a lot of people rely on it to be the Divrei Torah, but it's really not. Why do some people say that Birkat HaMazon is Divrei Torah? Because in the Gemara, Masechet Brachot, it talks about who wrote Birkat HaMazon. Why is Birkat HaMazon considered the highest level of bracha in the entire Torah? More than Shkiyat Shema, more than Amidah, more than Ne'ilah in Yom Kippur, more than anything. Birkat HaMazon, your Birkat HaMazon, you ate some bread today, tomorrow, next week, any day. Doesn't have to be on Shabbat, doesn't have to be on Pesach. Any day, average day, night, day, afternoon, whenever, you ate some bread, you do Birkat HaMazon, it's considered the highest level tefillah in all of Judaism. Why? Because it's the only one that Hashem said to do it literally. You ate, you were satiated, bless your God, say thank you. Don't be ungrateful. Ungrateful people, Hashem hates. There's a few different types of people that Hashem hates, the Gemara says. One of them is someone that's ungrateful. This is part of the reason why the first thing we do when we wake up is say thank you. Thank you, Hashem, for bringing back my neshama. So now you ate, say thank you. It's the least you can do. I remember one time we were driving on the highway at night, and I got pulled over for speeding or whatever it was. And my wife, God bless her, she's pure soul. The guy pulls me over, and he gives me a ticket. Now obviously in those times, before TeShuva, you get tickets, the last thing on your mind is to say thank you. You want to say something else, you. You don't want to say thank you. But what do? The best case scenario, you shut up. So the guy gives me a ticket. It's, I don't know, 12 o'clock at night. Give me a ticket for a few $100s. I know it's going to ruin my license. My wife, God bless her, she said, thank you. She tells the guy, thank you. I almost lost my mind. I'm like, why are you saying thank you to the guy? He just gave me a ticket. It's going to cost me this. It's going to do this. But that's what happens. Pure soul is pure soul. So if my tzadikah wife said thank you to a cop who gave me a $500 ticket, we should be able to say thank you to Hashem, gave us food. Don't you think? We should say thank you to Hashem, give us our soul every day. Don't you think? We should say thank you every day, Hashem, you give me parnasah. How do you know you have parnasah? You have food to eat? That's parnasah. Rabbi Eliezer ben Horkinos, the rabbi of Rabbi Akiva, says, if someone ate today, but they're thinking about what am I going to eat tomorrow, he says that person has no Emuna. There's no Emuna. We have a lot of Emuna. You go type on a computer, Emuna, 50 million shiurim. Everybody wants to teach about Emuna. It's nice, it's neutral. Doesn't rebuke anyone. It's nice. Oh yeah, but just believe, just believe, just believe. Even the Christians teach Emuna. They call it something else. They call it faith. Emuna is nice to hear. Nice. Rabbi Eliezer ben Horkinos said it to you in one sentence. It's a test, my friend. Test your Emuna. You have 1 to 10. 1 meaning no Emuna. 10, you have Emuna. Like real Emuna. You ate today? Yes. Are you worrying about if you're going to eat tomorrow? You're worrying about parnasah tomorrow? You're worrying about whether you're going to have the house tomorrow? You're worrying about anything tomorrow? Yeah, you know, I need to save for my 401k, I need to save for my college for college plans, I need to save for yeshiva, I need to save for the ring, I need to save for the car. You have no emunah. Simple. You're definitely not a 10. Definitely not a 10. Why are you worried? If Hashem gave you enough food today, why is He not going to give you tomorrow? Why? Are you Rasha? Are you Hitler? Even Hitler got parnasah. Yimach shemo v'zichro. Says David HaMelech writes in Tehillim, even a Rasha that prays to Hashem and believes that Hashem will help him, Hashem helps him. Rasha. So if Hashem gave you food today, why are you worried about yeshiva tomorrow? Why are you worrying about the car tomorrow? Why are you worrying about something that's not even here yet? The best thing is people worrying about the future. How do you know you're going to live to the future? Who says you're going to be here in 5 years? Why are you so confident? Well, you God? What are you so planning? What are you planning the future for? You live today. You have food today. You have your car today to get to wherever you need to do. You have a house. You have a shelter. You have basic things in life. That's it. What are you so worried about? Oh no, we need to do this. We need to do that. Manage today. Tomorrow, Hashem Yerachem. Tomorrow you managed. Follow the next day. Every day. Take one day at a time. It's the only way life becomes manageable. Once you start thinking about the future, you already lost. You already lost. It's too big. It's bigger than you. It's bigger than you. It's not. You can't. You know anything about the future? We have prophecy. We haven't had prophecy in 2,000 years. If you have prophecy, come on, give the shiur. What am I doing here? If you have prophecy, come give the shiur. Help me out. I need to know the future. But if you don't have prophecy, what are you worrying about the future for? What are you worrying about? Something you have no control over. Only thing you have control over is today. Yesterday is already gone. It's gone. Being upset about yesterday, waste of time. Nothing's going to change. Being upset about some broken relationship, broken heart, lost money, mistakes you've made, whatever. Everything and anything in the past, you're worrying about it, you're upset about it, you're wasting your life. 100%. No one has ever succeeded as a result of being miserable about their past. No one. Can never be. You can never benefit out of being upset about your past. This is a great tool for the Satan. Satan reminds you, look, what are you keeping Shabbat? Last week you were Rasha. 2 weeks ago you were Rasha. No, I've been keeping Shabbat for a month. Oh yeah, you know what? Last month you were Rasha. 2 months ago you were Rasha. No, I've been keeping Shabbat for 6 months now. Yeah, but 6 months. You've been living 30 years. 6 months. What's 6 months and 30 years? So he reminds you of 30 years of you being Rasha. He's always going to remind you. Why? Because you're killing him. Every time you keep Shabbat, you're killing him a little more. Every time you learn Torah, you kill him a little more. Every time you do mitzvah, you kill him a little more. Every single time. Eventually, he stops dealing with you. This guy, I don't want to deal with him. It's a famous story of Rabbi Zusha. Rabbi Zusha took the Satan to school. He wanted to make sure that one of the things that he works on in his life is a ta'ava for money. The desire for money. Something, unfortunately, many people today suffer of. So, Rabbi Zusha made sure to spend all of his life learning Torah, which means that he's not going to be a multimillionaire. And the story goes that he was actually very, very poor. But one day, he needed to get some money for his daughter to get married. So he went to his rabbi. He said, Rabbi, I need money for my daughter to get married. I don't work. You think the community, somebody can help? The rabbi said, listen, you are too holy. You're too big. You're too great to waste any time collecting tzedakah. You already did your ishtadlut. That said you came to me. I'll get you the money. When I have it, I'll let you know. Okay, said that. Rabbi says, Rabbi says. Not like today. Rabbi says, we find a different rabbi. So, came back to him. He gave him the money. It was a lot of money. On his way home, he passes a town, and he sees the people are very, very sad there, and there's a big balagan in one of the places. So he goes and he sees maybe I could help, do something. And he sees this woman crying, and why is she crying? Unfortunately, she's a widow, and her only daughter is getting married, and she has no money to pay for the wedding. So Rabbi Zusha takes all the money that he has, and he gives it to her. Everybody's, wow, what a tzaddik, amazing. Great. Rabbi Zusha looks around, he sees all this kavod everyone's giving him. He says, okay, well I found this money, but I need you now to give me my fee for finding this money. This is a widow, poor lady. You're taking a fee from her? In reality, it's his money. What are you taking a fee from that also? No one understood what's going on here, but everybody started yelling at him. We thought you were a tzaddik, now you're a rasha. Started beating him up. Long story short, the story arrived at his rabbi's desk, and he called him. He said, what happened? Money, I know, is not, you didn't find the money, it's the money that I gave you. So it really wasn't her money. It was your money. You gave it to her. Why did you give it to her? He goes, oh, listen, I wanted to make sure that she has a wedding. Hashem showed her in my direction. I saw her. Why? Because I was supposed to have the zchut to help her, to overcome my desire for money. I had to give her everything I had. Okay, fine, great, tzaddik, amazing. But why'd you ask for a fee? You could have just given her less money. Because no. I also was reminded that I had to work on my kavod too. Because once I gave her the money, everybody gave me kavod. Everybody gave me respect. Wow, what a tzaddik. He gave her the money. Amazing, amazing. And I saw, what did I see? I saw the Satan himself celebrating over there, clapping. Yeah, look how tzaddik you are, tzaddik, tzaddik. I saw myself starting to feel good about it. It feels good people clapping for you. It feels good people giving you honor. I said, you want to give me this feeling? Dafka will do something else. And I did something that I knew that it was unbearable to everyone. To such an extent that Satan ran away. This is one of the things we have to do with certain parts of our Satan. We have to find certain areas that will weaken. Certain areas that will weaken, and we have to push ourselves. Overcome our own bad midot. If, let's say, for example, today I noticed that people have such a love for money that it's hard for them to give it. Sometimes even for themselves. I have a student, he loves money so much that it's hard for him to justify buying food. He makes, no, I'll make it at home. I'm like, yeah, but you're not going to be home for 5 hours. You're going to starve yourself? Oh, no, it's okay, I'll manage. I'm like, what manage? I see you, your face is dry, you're about to collapse any minute. Get a sandwich, get something. Miskin. No. He wants to wait until he gets home. Okay, said that. I have another guy. The guy miskin has so much money, enormous amount of money. When he gives tzedakah, he gives like $50. Yeah, but God bless you. Hashem is blessing you every month, $20, $30, $40, $50,000. $50 like me losing a quarter. What's wrong with you? What's the matter? What's wrong with these people? They like the money too much. When you like something, how are you going to give it away? If you're looking to have a lot of it, that means you like it. If you like it, how are you going to give it away? Now if Hashem blessed you with a lot of money, He blessed you with a job that's successful, He blessed you with all different things, fine. Ashrecha v'ashrei chelkecha. Rabbi Yehuda Nasi was very, very rich. So was Rabbi Akiva. So were many, many sages. It's not a bad thing to be rich. Let's not misunderstand. It's a bad thing to like money. If you like it to such a point that it's hard for you to give, that's your test. So what do you do to give? The Rambam says is if you are failing at the test of money, if you're a stingy person, if it's hard for you to give tzedakah, instead of giving, let's say for example, you're only willing to give $100. You could give $1 million, but you only want to give 100. God forbid, you're going to give 200. You only want to give 100. Instead of giving the 100 to one person, give it to 100 people. But that's more than 100. No. 100 $1 bills. Meaning in reality, you're not going to help anybody. No one is going to be helped with this $1. Like everybody, they pats themselves on the back. Oh yeah, I gave like $5 to the homeless guy. You didn't help him, buddy. Okay, whatever. It's nice. You gave him $5, but he's not buying a house with your $5. Maybe he's gonna buy a Starbucks. Maybe. Today's prices is probably not even enough. People are so proud. Oh yeah, no, but I give a dollar to the homeless guy every time I see him. Wow. He also finds $1 every time he sees you. Look, it's not really that much of a big deal. You gave $1 to the guy. Okay, it's great. You're not going to Gan Eden for giving the homeless guy $1. It's nice. It's like, whoa. But let's rate everything where it belongs. People need to understand. Okay, there's tzedakah, and then there's common courtesy. Like the guy Dimitri that used to lend me $1 every day to buy coffee and a donut. That's common courtesy. It's the same thing like giving $1 to the homeless guy. I was able to get a coffee. I was able to get a donut. In those days, this is many years ago, you were actually still able to get a coffee and a donut for $1. Today, you can't even get the coffee for $1. But either way, it's common courtesy. You give $1 to a strange guy, fine, okay, great. It's nice. Don't count this as part of your serious tzedakah. It's nice. It's called a pruta. It's insignificant money. But if you have $100 that you're willing to give, Rambam says give it to 100 people. Meaning give $1 100 times. But if it's not going to help anybody, why even bother giving it? It's a good question, no? He says it's going to help you. It's not going to help anybody else. It's going to help you. It's going to help you get used to giving. Once you give 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you start seeing how people's reaction. You gave them, they don't know what you gave them initially. You give them a bill, people are excited. They're hopeful, maybe it's a 20. Maybe it's 100. Maybe it's a 5, whatever, but they're excited. You give them something. You start seeing people's smiles. You start seeing people's reactions. You start sensing the feeling, finally, in your rock heart of how good it feels to give. And he says you get yourself used to giving. Once you get yourself used to giving, then you're going to have a much easier time giving real money. But until then, don't bother. Don't bother. So one of the things that is good to do is test yourself. Is it hard for you to give? If it's hard for you to give, you have a problem you have to work on. Let me know what you think, and make sure to share it, because other people need to learn